Welcome to SGS Arts. So today I'm gonna show you my Beyond the Sight and Sound Canon list. So the website called They Shoot Pictures, Don't They? And some other people started this haul for film lovers to give lists of 100 films that didn't get any votes in the 2022 Sight and Sound Greatest Films of All Time haul. So basically this is an attempt to kind of make the canon bigger and highlight some films that aren't as well known and aren't part of that famous Sight and Sound canon. But for example, you can use this letterboxed list here to see which films got at least one vote in the Sight and Sound poll. So the films that are on this particular list you cannot have on your Beyond the Canon list of 100 films. And due to the fact that there are over 4,000 films that got votes for the Sight and Sound poll, it means that it's quite hard to combine a list of 100 films that weren't included here. But I managed to do it, and actually I managed to do it way quicker than I anticipated. Although I actually made a couple of mistakes here. So it was supposed to be only feature films, but I had two short films. But I already submitted my answers to the survey poll, so hopefully they don't like disqualify my whole list because I made those two mistakes. Yeah, hopefully they don't disqualify my list, but if they do, what can we do? At least I can make a nice video out of this, if nothing else. And hopefully I didn't make any other mistakes. I checked all the films from this list that they weren't here, but who knows, I might have made mistake with a film or two. So I don't know. But at least I made mistakes with the short films. But anyway, I'll quickly go through this list and hopefully you can get some recommendations here. And please, if you are up to it, do your own Beyond the Sight and Sound canon list. You can also mention some films on my comment section that you think should have been in the Sight and Sound list or should have been films that got at least one vote. Yeah. But let's start. Let's start. Yeah, the introduction was a bit convoluted because I'm a bit confused about it, I guess, myself. So yeah. But yeah, we start with Mike Lee's Abigail's Party. What a great film, one of Mike Lee's best films in my opinion. Really underrated. Yeah. Then we have Kichu Yoshida's The Affair. And my list is actually filled with Yoshida films. There were so many that didn't get any votes in the Sight and Sound poll, but I have seen lots of them, so and I like them, so yeah. Then we have Affair in the Snow, also by Kichu Yoshida. These don't reach the same heights as Erospace Massacre or Heroic Purgatory or Confessions Among Actresses, but these are still really good films. Then we have a Marguerite Duras film, Agatha and the Limitless Readings. Great film, great film. Definitely not for everybody, yeah. But yeah, I really like it. Then we have Theo Angelopoulos' film Alexander the Great. I cannot believe that this didn't get any votes in the Sight and Sound poll. Many Angelopoulos films did get votes in that poll, but I cannot understand why this one didn't get any, because this is definitely one of his best ones, but yeah. Then we have Sion Sono's Anti-Porno, one of his great films. I just rewatched this a couple months ago. What a great, very provocative film. Then we have Antonio Gaudi by Hiroshi Teshigahara. Obviously, Woman in the Dunes was in the Sight and Sound list, I think. I mean, at least got votes, but I don't remember whether it was in the 250. Yeah, but this is another Teshigahara film that is really good. Then we get another Marguerite Duras film, Baxter Vera Baxter, which was released by Criterion fairly recently. Yeah, almost as good as India Song. Then we have Uri Hirsch film Beauty and the Beast. Really good, beautiful looking movie. Yeah. Then we have another Angelopoulos film, Beekeeper, one of his best films, starring Marcello Mastroianni. Yeah, love that one. Then we have Peter Greenaway film, Belly of an Architect. This has been released by BFI, I think. Yeah, I love Greenaway, and this is one of his most interesting films. Then we have An, who is both people, good stuff. We have Shuichi Terayama's Boxer, not one of his greatest films, but still quite good. Then we have Kim Ki-young's Burying All the Life. So this is basically the Ballad of Narayama story, but obviously this is a South Korean film, and I believe this is a film that the full version of it didn't survive or something like that, but the version that is available is still really good. Although it isn't that well available though, so yeah. I have seen it and it's a great movie. Then we have a Soviet silent film, By the Law, great film, one of my favorite silent films. Yeah, beautiful, quite surreal. I sometimes say that this is kind of like if David Lynch made a silent film in the 20s in the Soviet Union, but yeah. Then we have Aki Kaurismäki's Calamari Union, one of his early films. Then we have one of my favorite recent first time watches, Chichuko's younger sister by Nobuhiko Obayashi, who was very quickly becoming one of my favorite directors. I have watched few of his films recently, and there will be another one here too. And I obviously had seen Hausu like years ago, but now I've watched some of his other films and I have loved every single one of them. So he will probably be the next addition to my favorite directors list. Yeah. Then we have a Finnish thriller, The Collector or Neitoperho by Auli Mantila. Wonderful film. Then we have another Yoshida film, Confessions Among Actresses. This is my third favorite Yoshida film after Aerospace Massacre and Heroic Purgatory. Yeah. This is available in the Rare Film website, I think, so go check it out. Then we have Jean-Claude Trichet's Celine. Sometimes I say that this is like a better version, an early version of Portrait of a Lady on Fire, so yeah. Then we have Deathman's Letters. Wonderful film, wonderful film. Everybody should watch that. It's often been on YouTube if you want to see it. Then we have Andrei Zulavsky's The Devil. It just got released on the nice box set, which I just got recently. Then we have a Finnish film called The Earth is a Sinful Song by Rauni Molberg. Really good realist kind of misery porn film. I really hope that this will get released overseas sometime in the future because this I think would be a film that many people would like. Although I've seen that I follow some like non-Finnish people in Letterboxd that have locked this film, so it must be available somewhere, but I don't know where. Yeah. Then Fassbinder's 8 Hours, Don't Make a Day. Great film about workers. Yeah. Then we have Ingmar Bergman's Face to Face, one of his best films, a very underrated film. Then we have another Yoshida film, Farewell to the Summer Light, another good one by him. Then we have a Zoltan Fabri film, The Fifth Seal. I believe this is on YouTube if you want to watch it. This is on Netflix if you want to watch it. It's The Forest of Love by Sion Sono. Then we have Shinua Tsukamoto's Gemini, one of his best films, my second favorite by him. Then we have Girl of Finland or Lapualaismorsian by Mikko Niskanen. Good kind of Finnish new wave film from the 60s. Then we have Koji Wakamatsu's Go Go Second Time Virgin, a great, very provocative Japanese new wave film. Then we have another Yoshida film, so many Yoshida films. Good for Nothing, one of his early films. Then we have Conrad Wolf's Goya or The Hard Way to Enlightenment. Great film, and who doesn't like Goya? Yeah. Then we have a Hideo Kosha, great samurai film, Koyokin. Love this one, it stars Tatsuya Nakadai. So this was one of the mistakes that I make. So it's Terayama's Grass Labyrinth, which is a short film. So I shouldn't have had it here, but again, hopefully they don't disqualify my list for having two short films, even though the list was supposed to be only feature films. Yeah. Then we have the original version of Hachiko by Seijiro Koyama, I think is the director's name. Yeah, love this. Then we have Jean-Luc Godard's Hail Mary. Then we have Happiness of Us Alone, Japanese film that I love. Yeah, should be a film that is well available because it's a masterpiece, but sadly it isn't. Then we have Yoshimitsu Morita's Haru, great film. Then Masahiro Shinoda's Himiko, yeah, beautiful film. Then one of the other Obayashi films that I watched recently, a masterpiece, His Motorbike, Her Island. So this is available on the rare film site as well, and it's available on Blu-ray as well by Third Window if you are interested in it. Then we have Teo Angelopoulos films The Hunters. I was surprised that nobody voted for this great film. Then we have Ryosuke Hashiguchi's Hush, great Japanese queer film. Then Kim Ki-young's Ieo Island. I probably mispronounced that, but great film. Robert Altman's Images, one of my favorites by him. Masaki Kobayashi's The Inheritance. Lino Brocca's Insiang, not quite as good as Manila, but still really good. Kureyoshi Kurahara's Intimidation, good Japanese crime film. Then a Finnish film by Teuvo Tulio called Intohimon vallassa. I think the English title was Passionate Power, which isn't like a direct translation, but translation nonetheless. It was a faint dream by Akio Ishijoji, available in the Ishijoji set by Arrow. Then we have Jean-Luc Godard's Le Gai Savouir, or The Joy of Learning. This was one of the more recent Godard films that I watched. Quite a way challenging film, but good still and very interesting. Then we have Tsukamoto's Kotoko. Definitely go watch that one. Then we have a Finnish new wave film by Erkko Kivikoski called Kuuma Kissa or Hot Cat. Yeah. Then we have Xavier Dolan's Lawrence Anyways, a masterpiece if you ask me. Love this film. I'm quite surprised that nobody voted for this one. And I'm surprised with this film too. It's Lenotti Bianche or White Nights by Luchino Visconti. My favorite Visconti film. Then we have a great Sergei Parajonov film, The Legend of Huram Fortress. Then we have a Keisuke Kinoshita film, A Legend or Was It? Then we have a Koreeda film Like Father Like Son. A great British film called Little Malcolm and his struggle against the eunuchs. If you like Mike Lee's Naked, I think you would like this one too. Then Kei Kumai's The Long Darkness, quite a masterpiece. It's also in the rare film site if you are interested in it. And this film, by the way, is on the Criterion channel. Yeah. And this next one is also in the rare film website. Lost Chapter of Snow, Passion by Shinji Somai. Then we have Sion Sono's Love and Peace. Tokyo rimpi kuni mukete, kono kuni wa, don don yutaka ni natteku. Yeah, I always have to sing that song from the film when I see the title. So sorry about that. Great queer film, Luminous Procuress, released by Second Run fairly recently. Then we have The Mad Fox by Tomu Uchida, visually striking Japanese film. Then we have The Man from Nowhere, a great Korean action thriller. Then we have Akio Ishijoji's Mandara, or sometimes called Mandala, second part of the Buddhist trilogy, another masterpiece. Then we have Jean-Luc Godard's The Married Woman. This is one that my viewer Tony recommended to me, and I watched it fairly recently and absolutely fell in love with it, as I have with many other Godard films. Then we have Susumu Hani's Nanami, The Infernal First Love. Shuchi Terayama was also part of this film, I believe as a writer maybe. Yeah, but a great Japanese new wave film that I need to rewatch. Then a Jacques Rivette masterpiece, No Hui. Absolutely love that one of his best films. Then we have Franco Piovoli film, Nostos the Return, one of the most beautiful films ever. Yeah, love this poster too. Yeah. Then a film that I talk about often, it's La Religieuse by Jacques Rivette. In English, it's called Nun, a masterpiece. This one, I believe, is coming out on Radiant soon in a box set, but it's Obi Oba, The End of Civilization. Really good, very interesting film. Yeah. So this was the other short film, which I shouldn't have had here. Again, because the list was supposed to be only feature films, but it's Patriotism by Yukio Mishima. Then we have Junji Iwai's Picnic. Then we have Piros Money, about the artist Piros Money. Very interesting film. Um, then one of the best animated films ever, Lake Dogs. Very dark film, very depressing film. Makes you think about many issues that we have in the world. Yeah, mostly about animal rights, of course. Then we have Tenki Sabulatsi's Plea, which you can usually watch on YouTube, but I really hope that somebody would restore this, maybe Martin Scorsese World Cinema Project or Second Run, or somebody could restore this because this is a very poetic, beautiful masterpiece. Then we have the third part of the Akio Ishoji Buddhist trilogy, Poem. Great film, my least favorite out of the three, but still great. Then we have my second favorite, Peter Greenaway film, Prospero's Books, a visual masterpiece. Then we have Andrei Zulovsky's The Public Woman or La Femme Publique, one of his great films. Again, another one that should be more widely available. Then we have a Finnish film by Teuvo Tullio called Cross of Love or Rakkauden risti. Then we have a film that I just watched by Keisuke Kinoshita. It's on the Criterion channel. Great film about the absurdity of war. It's called The River Fuefuki. Yeah, great film. Then we have a Nakisha Oshima film, Sing a Song of Sex. One of his very provocative 60s films. Also in the Criterion channel, I believe, and also in the Criterion Eclipse Oshima set. Then we have Roberto Rossellini's Socrates, I Know Nothing. Then we have Yuri Ilyenko's A Spring for the Thirsty, a poetic masterpiece. I highly recommend this to everybody. Might be on YouTube if you want to watch it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, but it might be there. Then we have Stefan Uher's The Sun in the Net, really good film. Then we have one of my favorite Nagisa Oshima films, Gohatto or Taboo. We are samurai film, and it was Oshima's last film. Then we have the first part of the Buddhist trilogy, so we have had all the parts here. This is This Transient Life, which might be the best one out of the three. My favorite is either this first one or the second one. Hard to say. A masterpiece. Then we have Masahiro Shinoda's Under the Blossoming Cherry Trees. Really good, very visually striking film. Also on the Criterion channel. Then we have The Valley of the Bees by František Flagil. My favorite Flagil film after Marketa Lazarova. Marketa Lazarova being one of the greatest films of all time. Yeah. Then we have Open Coupe or Wall Engravings by Guy Yilish. A masterpiece. Beautiful. Sion Sono's Why Don't You Play in Hell, my favorite Sono film. Kim Ki Young's A Woman After a Killer Butterfly, one of his great films. Then another Marguerite Duras film, Woman of the Gange. Great film. Then one of Yoshida's best films, Woman of the Lake, another masterpiece. Then a film by Aki Kaurismäki's brother, Mika Kaurismäki, The Wordless, a film that kind of makes fun of film noir and then lots of like French crime films. You can even see that Matti Pellonpää is wearing a trench coat, so yeah. Year of the Hare by Risto Jarva. Can be watched on the Rare Film site if you are interested. Youth of the Beast by Seiyun Suzuki. Great fun crime film. Shashi Dans le Métro by Louis Malle. A fun hysterical film. Then we have Peter Greenaway's Z and Two Notes. One of his great films. So that was my list. Hopefully you got some recommendations out of it. Again, if you write like beyond the Sight and Sound Canon to like letterboxed search search bar, I think you can probably find lots of great info about this all when you go see like other people's lists and stuff. Yeah. But consider making your own list, and you can also let me know some very unknown films on the comment section if you're interested. And yeah, let me know also if you like any of these films that I showed here. Yeah. But thanks for watching. Don't drink all the coke. And sayonara.